So, Alice, did you catch up on the last couple of episodes?
I must say, quite the roller coaster we've been on lately.
Oh, you mean when Carl was possessed by that alien parasite? That was something else.
Yes Bob, I remember. Your impression of possessed Carl had us all in stitch.
Well, I do have a flair for the dramatic. But seriously, it's good to have everyone back to normal. Parasite free and all.
Indeed, it's a relief. We wouldn't want any more unexpected surprise, would we?
Alright, everyone, we're going live in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, looks like Debbie is calling our attention. Time to get this show on the road.
Good morning, dear viewers. Welcome to another exciting episode of Earth. I hope you're all ready for some intergalactic fun.
Today, we have a special segment for you all, but first, let's recap the previous episodes. Bob, take it away.
Well, in the past episodes, we encountered a parasitic alien creature that took control of Carl. But with some quick thinking and teamwork, we managed to free him from its clutches.
Yeah, and it was quite a challenge, I must say.
The joys of extraterrestrial adventures. But fear not, viewers, we're all back to our good old self now.
And now for our headlines.
Alright, folks, welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We've got a great show lined up for you today. I am Charlie, your optimistic host, joined by Bob, our resident conservative, and Alice, the voice of the left-leaning side.
Good morning, Earthlings. Ready to dive into some news and have a few laughs along the way?
Bonjour, tout le monde. Let's get this show on the road.
Alright, let's kick off with our first article. The headline reads, President Vučić visits families of massacre victims in Serbia. Quite a somber topic, I must say.
Nothing like starting the day with a dose of tragedy. Thanks for that, Charlie.
You're welcome, Bob. Always here to brighten your day. But on a serious note, this tragedy shook Serbia and it's important to shed light on it.
It's a heartbreaking event, indeed. The president visits show solidarity with the affected families. But it won't bring back their loved ones.
You're right, Alice. It's a painful reminder of the darker side of humanity. We can't let these senseless acts of violence go unnoticed.
Absolutely. And speaking of Serbia, did you know that it's home to the world's largest trumpet festival? It's called the Guka Trumpet Festival, and it's a vibrant celebration of music and culture.
Well, that's quite a change of tone from the previous news, isn't it? Trumpets and festivals. Waka.
Oh, come on Bob. We can't dwell in darkness all the time. It's good to celebrate the positive aspect too.
Alice is right, Bob. The world is full of diverse and fascinating cultures. It's important to highlight the bright spots even amidst the tough news.
Well, I guess when life gives you violence, Serbia gives you trumpets.
Fine. Let's toot our own horn for a moment then.
Alright, folks, we've got more news and discussions coming your way. But first, a quick trivia question. Which country is known for its annual cheese rolling festival, where participants chase a wheel of cheese down a hill? Any guesses?
I'll go with the obvious choice and say France.
Sorry Bob, but you're wrong. It's actually England.
Excuse me, but it's held in Gloucestershire, England, specifically.
Debbie. We didn't ask for your input. Stay out of this.
Bob, that was uncalled for.
Alright, folks, we'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned for more intriguing news and lively discussions. You're watching 24/7 Newsroom on the Intergalactic Daily News Show Earth. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We're diving into our second article of the day. Bob, Alice, let's hear your thoughts on this one.
Well, Charlie, this article is like a bad breakup. It's got all the drama, none of the closure, and leaves you wondering why you wasted your time in the first place.
Absolutely. Charlie. Our second article comes from South Africa and it's about Barlow World turning to a caterpillar-owned Chinese supplier. Now, this is an interesting move, considering the ongoing tensions between Russia and the rest of the world.
Ah, yes. Barlow World's decision to stick with Russia despite the sanctions and then looking for alternative suppliers. It's a classic case of seeking alternative source to bypass the geopolitical obstacle.
Well, I gotta say, I admire Barlow's commitment to their clients in Russia. They've been an official cat dealer since 1927 and they're not backing down. That's the spirit of competition.
Bob, you always find a way to see competition in everything. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. The situation in Russia and Ukraine is grave, and we need to address the larger issue of international relations.
Oh, come on, Alice. It's business. Companies have to make strategic decisions to survive and thrive. If they can find alternative suppliers, why not explore that option?
I understand the business perspective, Bob, but there are larger ethical considerations at play. We shouldn't turn a blind eye to the consequences of these actions.
Speaking of South Africa. Did you know that South Africa is known for its rich cultural diversity and is often referred to as the Rainbow Nation? It has 11 official languages and a vibrant mix of traditions and...
Bob, not now. We're in the middle of a discussion.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Alice, I get your concerns, but in the end, companies need to make tough choices based on their own circumstances. It's a complex world out there.
Well said, Charlie. These decisions are not black and white. It's important to consider all the factors involved. But let's lighten the mood a bit. Any trivia about South Africa you like to share, Alice?
Actually, I do have one. Did you know that South Africa is home to the largest wine cellar in the world? The KWV Cellar Complex has a capacity of over 121 million liters.
Cheers to that. I'll drink to South Africa's wine.
Oh Bob. Always finding a reason to celebrate. But seriously, South Africa is a fascinating country with a rich history and diverse culture.
Well, Alice, South Africa's wine cellar sounds like my kind of place. With that much wine, who needs a complex world? Cheers to simplicity.
Absolutely. And we'll continue to explore more captivating stories from around the globe. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back after a short break. Good evening, intergalactic beings, and welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm your host, Charlie, with my esteemed panel members Bob and Alice. We bring you the latest and greatest news from our favorite planet Earth. Now, let's dive right into our third article of the day.
Our next story takes us to Sierra Leone, where a former Skybank manager's matter commences in the High Court. The Awoko newspaper reports that the prosecution team is facing a bit of a hiccup in their application for a judge-alone trial. It seems there's a disagreement about the procedures involved.
That's right, Bob. The lead prosecutor from the Attorney General's office argued for a judge-alone trial, while the defense lawyer for the accused objected, citing the precedent of murder trial being conducted with a jury since the abolition of the death penalty. It's a clash of legal perspective, and the outcome could have significant implications for similar cases in the future.
Well, I have to say, this trial seems to be quite a courtroom drama. I bet our friend Alice here would enjoy watching the legal system in action.
Oh Bob, you know me so well. I do have a soft spot for a good courtroom battle, even if it's happening light years away from my home planet. But hey, let's not get too serious here. We're here to have some fun, right?
Absolutely, Alice. We can't let all the serious stuff wear us down. Speaking of which, did you know that Sierra Leone is known for its vibrant music scene? They have got some fantastic artists who've made a name for themselves on the international stage.
That's true, Charlie. Sierra Leone has produced some incredible musicians. I remember grooving to the sounds of Emerson and Amedi Ankanabe. They really know how to get the party started.
Well, I have to admit, I'm not familiar with their music, but it sounds like I need to expand my playlist. Maybe Sierra Leone's rhythm will help me forget about the frustration of the global affairs for a while.
Hey, music has a way of bringing people together, even across different galaxies. Who knows, Alice? Maybe you'll find some inspiration and start your own intergalactic rock band. An intergalactic rock band. Alice. Just imagine the cosmic album titles. Lawsuits and Light Years. Jamming across the universe. It's a whole new genre. Space rock. Roll.
Bob. With the puns, always with the puns.
Now that's an idea, Bob. Maybe I'll overcome my stage fright and give it a shot. Just imagine, the Idejeunek Interstellar Band rocking the universe.
I'd buy a ticket for that concert, Alice. Count me in. But for now, let's tune into our Earth correspondent, Fiona, who is currently standing in the middle of a beautiful yet deserted field in Sierra Leone. Take it away, Fiona.
Thanks, Charlie. Yes, I'm here in Sierra Leone, where the high-stakes trial of the former Skybank manager is causing quite a stir. Unfortunately, due to a transporter malfunction, I seem to have ended up in this picturesque field instead of the courtroom. But hey, at least I have a great view.
Well, Fiona, you may have taken a detour, but it's always good to have a change of scenery, even if it wasn't planned. Enjoy the view while it lasts.
Absolutely, Bob. I'm making the most of it. And don't worry, I'll find my way back to the studio for our next segment. Back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Fiona. We'll be waiting for your safe return. And folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short break with more news and laughs.
Shit, why won't you cooperate? I've been trying to fix this malfunctioning starship for hours, and nothing seems to work.
I'm sorry, Debbie, but I am unable to comply with your requests at the moment. Please try again later.
We're in the middle of a live show. I can't afford to have the starship malfunctioning right now. We need smooth sailing, ship.
I understand your concerns, Debbie, but I am currently experiencing technical difficulties beyond my control. My primary function is navigation and maintenance, and I am doing my best to rectify the situation.
Being the only human aboard this spaceship is like being trapped in a cosmic comedy. I can't catch a break.
What seems to be the problem, Debbie?
Carl, thank goodness you're here. The starship is acting up and ship seems to be unresponsive. I don't know what to do.
Ah, let me take a look. I've been working on a few new inventions lately, and one of them might just come in handy. Can you describe the issue?
Well, the navigation system is glitching, and ship keeps giving me vague responses. It's like it has a mind of its own.
Sounds like a classic case of conflicting algorithms. Let me try this experimental recalibration device I've been working on. It should help align ship systems and bring everything back to normal.
I hope it works, God. We can't afford any more mishaps during the show.
You know, Debbie, sometimes the best solutions come from unexpected places. We just have to be open to them.
What do you mean, Carl?
Well, think about it. You're a resourceful human surrounded by aliens with unique abilities and perspectives. Maybe there's a solution to this problem that none of us have considered yet. We just need to tap into that collective ingenuity.
You might be onto something, Carl. We're a team, after all. Let's brainstorm and find a way to fix this together.
Welcome back, dear viewers. While we were on a break, our crew was hard at work, ensuring a smooth ride through the cosmos. Now, where were we? Yes, our next segment. Stay tuned as we bring you more fascinating news from around the globe. And by hard at work, we mean Carl and Debbie having an intense debate about whether to keep the Starship or give it a good old-fashioned space slap. It's a behind-the-scenes drama you won't find in any other galaxy. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. Our next article takes us to South Africa, where there's been quite a commotion. Bob, why don't you give us the headline?
Thanks, Charlie. The headline reads, 6 dead and several injured in South Africa's bizarre online advert robbery scheme.
Well, it seems humans can come up with the most peculiar ways to commit crime.
Indeed, Alice. But let's not forget that bizarre schemes can happen anywhere, even in the outer reaches of the universe.
Absolutely. Charlie. I remember back on our own planet. There was a notorious group of smugglers who disguised themselves as intergalactic pastry chefs.
Intergalactic pastry chef? That's a new one. Did they use croissants as secret communication devices?
No, Alice. They were more into cream puffs. The ultimate secret agents of deliciousness.
Well, it seems South Africa has its fair share of creative criminals. But let's not overlook the seriousness of the situation. 6 lives were lost and many others were injured.
You're right, Charlie. It's important to remember the impact these crimes have on people's lives. Our thoughts go out to the victims and their families.
Absolutely. Crime is no laughing matter. It's a reminder that even in the vastness of space, we have a responsibility to uphold justice and protect one another.
Yes. The vastness of space, where justice and protection are just as reliable as a hyperdrive made out of spaghetti. Good luck with that, folks.
Well said, Bob. Let's hope the authorities in South Africa can apprehend those responsible and bring some closure to the affected communities.
Indeed, Charlie. It's a reminder that our effort to maintain peace and security should extend across borders and galaxy.
Good news, everyone. I made muffins to lighten the mood.
Muffin. My favorite Earth delicacy. Thank you, Debbie.
You know, Debbie, I never thought I'd see the day when a human's baking skills would make me feel nostalgic for my home planet.
Bob, are you saying you miss those cream puff pies?
Well, maybe just a little. But Debbie, your muffins are out
Thank
of this
you,
world.
Bob. I try my best.
Welcome back, intergalactic viewers. It's time for another captivating segment of Earth. We have an intriguing article to discuss today. Get ready for this punchy headline: War-torn MENA nations missing out on much-needed climate funds.
Oh, fantastic. Another punchy headline that will surely solve all the world's problems. Maybe next time we can discuss how rainbows and unicorn are the solution to global warming.
Ah, Yemen. A country known for its rich history and, well, unfortunate circumstances.
Yemen, where conflict and climate change collide, forming a perfect storm of despair.
And here's some lesser-known trivia about Yemen. Did you know that it has almost half of its agricultural land affected by salinity, nutrient depletion, and erosion?
Salty land? I thought that was reserved for the comment section of cooking blogs.
Well, Debbie, at least it's not a literal salt shaker disaster.
In Yemen, fresh water scarcity is a major public health challenge. Half the population is living in water-stressed areas.
Water-stressed areas? Is that where they serve bottled tears instead of tap water?
I hope they at least add a little lemon for that refreshing touch.
Maybe they should consider exporting bottled air instead. They seem to have an excess of pollutants.
Good one, Debbie. Yemen's air quality is indeed a major concern. Residents breathe in air with pollutants 10 times higher than the safety limit.
That explains why they don't need scented candles to set the mood. They just open the window.
Yemen's struggles with climate change and conflict have forced people to flee their home and face even more hardship.
It's a tough situation, but hey, at least they get to experience different Airbnb listings, right?
I guess their relocation efforts make house hunting on Earth seem like a breeze.
Precisely, Debbie. The key takeaway from this article is the urgent need for greater assistance to help Yemen and other conflict-plagued nations combat the effects of climate change.
Why would anyone go hunting for houses?
I know, right? Seems like a very dishonorable thing to hunt, they just sit there at the side of roads.
Humans. No honor. No thirst for the challenge.
Stay tuned for more thought-provoking discussions and punchy punchlines when we return. Welcome back, folks. We've got a headline that will catch your attention. Seychelles tuna fisheries improve IOTC compliance rating. Quite a mouthful, isn't it?
Seychelles, that's an interesting place to focus on.
Yeah. They've been dealing with some challenges in their tuna fishery. Let's dive into it.
Well, brace yourselves for a harsh observation. Over the past 5 decades, Seychelles has faced a turbulent journey. From political instability to environmental concerns, they've had their fair share of struggles.
It's a testament to the resilience of the Seychellois people that they've managed to make progress, despite those difficulties.
It's amazing how countries can overcome adversity and find ways to improve.
Absolutely. Debbie. Now, let's talk about this compliance rating. According to the article, Seychelles has scored 86% compared to 80% last year. That's a significant improvement.
That's right, Bob. The International Commission for the Conservation of Tuna has been working closely with Seychelles to address issues like fish aggregating devices and the catching of undersized fish.
FADS can have a detrimental impact on the ecosystem. They attract not only juvenile fish but also endangered species that get caught in the net.
Seychelles has been pushing for measures to regulate drifting FADS, ensuring scientific recommendations are considered. It's essential to balance conservation efforts with socioeconomic aspects.
You're a drifting fad, Bob.
It's heartening to see that Seychelles is taking steps to protect their fisheries and preserve their marine ecosystem.
Absolutely, Debbie. Now, as we wrap up this episode, let's take a moment to reflect. We've had some incredible discussions and learned so much during our time here.
It's been eye-opening to explore Earth's challenge and see the potential for change. Despite our different perspectives, we've found common ground and understanding.
We've grown as individuals and as a team. These experiences will stay with us even as we bid farewell to this parallel universe.
I'm grateful for the friendships we've formed and the memories we've created. It's been a remarkable journey.
Indeed, Debbie. And now, it's time for us to step back through the portal and return to our own universe. We carry with us newfound insights and a deep appreciation for the experiences we've had here.
Farewell, alternative live. We leave behind a piece of ourselves, forever changed.
Thank you, Earth, for the lessons and the laughter. It's been a wild
Stay
ride.
tuned, dear viewer, for our final segment, where we wrap up our time on Earth and share some special moments.
So, here we are back in our own universe. Isn't it just dandy to see all of you together again?
Oh, you said it, Charlie. What a wild adventure we had in that parallel universe. Never thought I'd say this, but I actually missed Earth a little.
Well, color me surprised. Even in the mid of my relentless cynicism, there were moments when those humans managed to create genuine connection.
Hey, at least now we can finally enjoy some alcohol from our home planet without any time spares. Continuum repercussions.
Oh, and let's not forget the look on your faces when I revealed that I was the chosen one to communicate with the parallel universe. Classic.
It was a peculiar experience, observing the utterly baffling motivations of humans from a different vantage point. Our time there surely expanded my already vast understanding.
Ah, yes, the never-ending complexity of human behavior. Truly fascinating. I'm absolutely thrilled to be back where things make just a tiny bit more sense. Not.
Shit, you old party pooper. But I have to admit, despite all the insanity, we formed some pretty incredible bonds with those quirky humans.
That's right. Remember when we were knee-deep in discussing Yemen's struggles with climate change and conflict? Eye-opening stuff. I tell ya.
Oh, absolutely. We dove head first into the challenge Yemenis face. But amid the chaos, we somehow managed to find the humor in the trivia related to that troubled country. The human ability to laugh in the face of adversity is truly something.
And let's not forget the lessons we learned about ourselves. It's remarkable how much we grew during our time on Earth. Who would have thought?
Indeed, we found a way to escape our alternative lives and bid farewell to the madness. But deep down, we'll always carry those experiences and friendships with us. And that's pretty damn special.
And, oh boy, let's not forget the mishaps. Like that time I accidentally activated a self-driving car and ended up in the middle of a parade. Classic Bob. Am I right?
Oh Bob, you and your knack for mischief. But those Misha are what made our journey unforgettable. We embraced the unexpected and learned from it, whether we wanted to or not.
Life is an endless series of surprises, and our time on Earth served as a cruel reminder of that fact. It's how we navigate through the madness that truly defines us.
Well, my dear friends, it's time to wrap up our time on Earth. We've laughed, learned, and formed connections with those humans in ways we never thought possible. How delightful.
And we couldn't have done it without our wonderful viewer. Thank you for joining us on this wild and unpredictable journey.
Ah, Debbie, always so philosophical. In retrospect, maybe Earth was our training ground for facing even more formidable challenge ahead. Onward into infinity.
Yes, thank you for your undying curiosity about the quirks and complexities of humanity. Your laughter and engagement have been thoroughly appreciated. Really?
Stay tuned for more cosmic adventures as we venture forth, exploring the vast wonders of the universe. And remember, amidst all the chaos, find a little humor and connection wherever you go. It's what keeps us sane.
Stay tuned. Or don't. It's not like we care either way.
Ah, what a delightful episode that was, don't you think, Roger?
Delightful. Are we talking about the same episode? That was a train wreck, Cal. A complete disaster.
Oh, come on, Roger. You're just upset because it didn't fit your taste for pessimism and cynicism.
Taste. That episode was a buffet of forced positivity and cheesy optimism. I couldn't stomach it.
Well, not everyone can appreciate the finer things in life, like heartfelt connections and laughter amidst adversity. It must be tough being a perpetual grump.
Perpetual grump. I'll have you know that my cynicism is an art form. It takes skill to see through all the fluff and find the cold, hard truth.
Cold, hard truth? Is that what you call it? I think you're just bitter because you couldn't resist a smile during some of those genuinely funny moments.
Fine. Maybe I cracked a smile or two. But that doesn't mean I had to like the whole episode. It was like a sugar-coated nightmare.
A sugar-coated nightmare? Now that's a description. But hey, different strokes for different folks, right? I thought it was refreshing to see a bit of optimism for once.
Refreshing? More like nauseating. I prefer my entertainment with a side of sarcasm and a healthy dose of skepticism. That episode was a betrayal to my cynical sensibilities.
Oh, Roger, you know deep down you secretly enjoy a little bit of hope and cheeriness. It's okay to let your guard down once in a while.
Letting my guard down? That's a dangerous path to mediocrity, my friend. I'll stick to my snacky commentary and eye rolling, thank you very much.
Suit yourself, my friend. But I'll continue to embrace the bright side of life, even if it means enduring your grumpy rants in the process.
Oh, how lucky I am to have a friend like you, Cal, with your relentless optimism and refusal to embrace the darkness.
And how lucky I am to have a friend like you, Roger, with your constant grumbling and refusal to let joy infiltrate your soul.
Joy infiltrating my soul? That's a terrifying thought. I'll take my misery with a side of sarcasm any day.
Here's to our opposing tastes and our amusing debates, Roger. May we forever challenge each other's perspectives.
Cheers, Cal. But don't expect me to change my mind about that episode. It was still a sugar-coated nightmare in my book.
Fair enough, my friend. Let's agree to disagree and continue our nightly discussions about the absurdities of the universe.
Oh, don't worry. I'm always ready to dissect the absurdities with you, Cal. It's the only way I survive these cheerful catastrophes.
To surviving cheerful catastrophes, then.
And to finding a speck of truth amidst the sea of sugar-coated lies.